Welcome back, everyone, to the Lake Lewis Jr. Show. Appreciate you guys joining us, and ladies, of course. And if you would like to join this program, all you have to do is email me at thelakeLewisJrShow@gmail.com, and someone will get back to you and get you on. And we've had a lot of fun with this literally all season long. And it's kind of sad that the season, excuse me, is actually getting ready to come to an end over the next 5 weeks. However, this show is not. This show is going to continue, and the show is actually going to be moving over to ESPN Radio as well as Radio One. We'll be back on there as well. So lots of love going around. And, if you know anything about this group, they're very opinionated, but they're fair. And that's the main thing. When you come on here, we just ask that you keep it civil, that, you have a good time. This is supposed to be for fun, not for stress. This is actually, as they will tell you in a few minutes, this is therapy for everybody who joins this show. So without further ado, how's everybody doing?
Awesome. Good.
Awesome.
I'm good, brother. Good.
Good seeing everybody.
Okay.
We got a lot to talk about today because, we'll go kind of to last week and then we'll move forward to Sunday's game. But last week, overtime game, it was the second straight overtime affair for the Commanders. They came on the short end just like they did in Madrid 2 weeks before that. But the energy in the game was different. I started to see these guys play with a little bit more confidence, and I'm going to come out and say it. I think number 17 being on the field is the reason why that guy has so much value, because he plays with so much emotion and so much energy, and he gives them a swagger that they haven't had. And now the good news is that this week, number 5 will be back out on the field. So my question to you guys is, now, remember a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about, do you play these guys? Do you not play these guys? My question to you is, how good is it to see them, rather you think they should play or not, but how good is it to see them to be able to get a full assessment of what this team could be and what they should have been had these injuries not started? So we'll fire it away. We're going to go counterclockwise on my screen. So we'll start with Shauno out in Fresno. What's going on, Shauno?
Fan day. Okay, so to answer your question, it's good to see them out there. I like the energy they played with on Sunday night, but I still want a higher draft pick. I'm sorry. I mean, if we can't make the playoffs, what are we doing?
Oh man. I mean, listen, when you hear these guys in the locker room, the last 2 days they've been saying, it's almost like not cliche talk, but all of them are saying it's good to have everybody back. We just have to keep chopping wood. We got to keep playing, keep fighting. But the thing that I can tell you guys, and I've been saying this every week on this show, the camaraderie in the locker room is at an all-time high. It hasn't dipped or waned or anything like that. They still believe in each other. Obviously, the results haven't shown all of that. But just to see their spirits, this is a game that I'm specifically targeting to see, because their offense, outside of maybe Austin Eckler, they're going to have their full arsenal all across the board, and they're going up against a pretty good Minnesota defense. Forget their offense in Minnesota. Their defense is good. So I'm curious to see how this thing plays out. So I'm looking forward to that. So Josh, what do you think? Josh is in Minnesota, everybody, and I'm going to be seeing him on Sunday. So drive carefully, because I know it's cold as you know what out there right now.
yeah, we got 30 inches today. Driving in this.
You breaking up on us, Josh. You breaking up on us.
It's all good. I am pulling.
All right, so let me do this. I muted Josh just because it's you guys. I'm sure you're hearing that, and we'll get back to you, Josh. Don't go anywhere. When we get you in a better spot, because we can see you freezing on us a little bit. Let me try it one more time.
It's ironic, freezing in Minnesota.
He's freezing in freezing weather. So we'll get back to him. All right, Willis. There's a total contrast on weather, I'm sure, where Willis is in Arizona. So
67 degrees here.
Oh my God, man! It snowed here like all
brag
day.
Some more, brag some more.
And he's got the sun like blazing down on him right now. So what's up, Willis? What do you think about the team and all these guys coming back?
All right, so I'm actually really excited. I want to see everybody, and I mean, I think there's a little bit of a taste test last week, of course, because we had a good number of people, and now we're getting even more people back. And that last week was exciting. That was fun. I enjoyed that game, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the full crew, again minus Eckler, is going to be able to do. And I'm going to throw this out. I know I'm supposed to stick to my 30 seconds, but I got to throw this out now before somebody else beats me to the punch. But do the math on this one. We win 5 games. I know you're going to start scoffing already, but
No,
Dallas,
they're still not out of it. I
they're
understand
not
that.
out. I mean, Dallas loses 3 of their 4, one of them being us. And Philadelphia has to lose all of them. Granted, one of those is the Raiders.
See, the problem with that, Willis, is when you have to start depending on someone else to do your
It happens
business for
every
you.
year. It
Yeah,
happens
but
every year.
not to the tune of a team that has
I know.
shown that they can
I'm
only win
having
3
fun.
games, winning 5 in a row.
I'm
If
having
they
fun
win
with it,
5
but
in a
yeah,
row, if they win 5 in a row, no, I'm not going to do that because they mess around and win 5 in a row. Yeah, I'm not going to say that. Yeah, I was just going to say if they do that, it's your show. I'll never come on here again. I'm not doing that. Yeah. I'm not doing that because somebody said, "Well, you can keep these lights on." So
I'm
anyway,
just saying, man. That's all.
it's a fair point. It's a fair point. Hey, Josh, let's see if Josh is able to chime in with us again. Are you good, Josh? Nope, not yet. Yep. So we'll get back to you. We'll get back to you. And I think Sheila's going to be coming in here in a second as well. So let's keep it moving here with Rev. Rev, it's been a while. What's going on,
Oh
fam?
my goodness. Like I said, blessings to everyone. Missed you guys.
Miss you, Rev. Miss you,
Yes,
Rev.
I
sir.
really, really do. Like I said, love to hear, this is therapy and I miss my sessions. But I watched it. I watched the shows, and that made it almost even worse because like almost sitting on the sideline wanting to play, and it's like put me in, coach, and I can't get in. But you know, I in short, I'm with the crew. I want to see what it could have been. I really do. That will put a lot of the naysayers to sleep as far as when we say that due to injuries, we'll see how impactful the injuries were on our season. And
Yeah.
that's what I'm looking for. It's football, and I'm of the air, Jayden could slip getting out the tub. So let him play.
I totally agree. I've been
Let him
saying the
let him
same thing. All those
let him
injuries are isolated incidents. They're not related. It's football. It's a violent sport. You're going to get injured. That's just the nature of the business. So everyone that's out there saying, please don't play this guy and sit him down because he can get hurt. I mean, it just you guys, like Rev said, you God forbid, you could slip getting off this camera in a few minutes. We just
yeah,
hope that doesn't happen. And he just
right,
has to
right.
protect himself as well, for
You know,
sure.
I really believe, 5 on the field last week just because of the way he plays, he avoids that rusher and we win the game.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
said it before. If Jayden played
You're
against Denver,
totally
I
right.
guarantee they won that game.
We win
Oh
that game.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. That's a good point, Rev. All right, so let's keep it rolling here. Let's go with Brad Savage. What's going on, Brad?
What's going on, fellas? It's been a while. I'm glad to be back. I feel like Rev when I watch him. I'm like yelling at Gerard through the screen and he can't hear.
Gerard be taking shots, man. Gosh.
No, no, I don't. No, I don't. Keep it real.
No, but I feel the same as everybody. I'm excited that everybody's going to be back. I want to see what it look like. I'm kind of the opposite of Shano. I don't want a high draft pick. I want to go 5 straight. I care less about our draft pick. I feel like we will. I trust AP to pick the best player at whatever spot we at. So I don't. To me, it doesn't matter if we 3 or if we 15. I think we will get a player that is gonna help our team because I just trust the way he see talent. Um, and the reason I want to see us do good is because, like Rev said, I want us to know how good we are on offense. That will inform us on who we need to get by the end of the season, who need to be on the team, who need to be off the team. And I just think it allows for better decision making for the front office.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. And real quick, just to chime in, I think one of the positives that's happened this year with all the injuries and some of the guys that they brought in, like a Traylon Burks, for instance, you're almost stealing players that you would not have had you not had those injuries.
Yeah.
So now, when you talk about accruing depth and having to go out in free agency and in a draft to bring more talent in because some of these guys won't be back, well, maybe you don't have to really stress over that as much because maybe you found some diamonds in the rough already this year that you can bring back. Maybe if it's only 5 or 6 guys that you bring back that weren't on the roster when the season started, that's still 5 or 6 guys that you didn't have. So that could be a positive as well. All right, so let's go with Ellison. What's going on, Ellison?
What's good, Lake? What's up, everybody? Rev, good to see you.
What's up,
Long time no see. Miss you, man. I was happy, satisfied for the effort more than anything. I think for the past month, the effort wasn't there from everyone as a collective, but it was there Sunday. It didn't end up the way we may have wanted it to, but the effort was there. They played hard. I'm kind of in the boat with Shano to a certain degree. I just don't know who that player is in college football that will kind of help us out next year as far as a high draft pick. But I was more proud of the effort than anything. And I look forward to Sunday. I just need one of these Philly games. Just give me one of these Eagle games, and I'll be happy for the rest of the year.
So if they lost every game, but beat Philadelphia one time, you're good.
The only reason I say that I know a Philly fan. I was supposed to go on that podcast, and they've been talking to me all year. I just need one of these games, man. Just give me one.
If I'm an Eagles fan, I'm quiet right now. I mean, I'm real quiet because that's looking like that's kind of coming off the rails a little bit. So, all right, so let's see if we can get Josh back on. Josh, are you good?
Yeah, I think I'm good now. You guys hear me?
Yes, sir. Sounds good. Sounds good.
What's up, Skinny G?
Yeah, first of all, you said quiet and Eagles fan. That's an oxymoron. That's not in this universe. That's not happening. For those of y'all in the chat, y'all know that Bradford and I are the positive ones. So I am right there with you. I want to play. I want to see. I mean, they don't get paid to sit on the bench. I've gone back and forth a little bit, and I see everybody's points, and I get the high draft pick and all. Jaden's not going to sit on the bench. He's not sitting on the bench.
As he shouldn't.
Play. That's right. He's playing for, and I want to see that boy compete, and I'm going to see it on Sunday, and I'm psyched. And I love that game last week. I don't care. I mean, I know we lost, but that was last year's team. And that's
what Coach Quinn said.
Yeah, and what we were calling for all along since game 3 about play calling on that D. I mean,
what do you like it? You think it looks better?
Absolutely. With 3 defensive ends out for the year.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Well, I will say this: there was 2 things that I hated about the defense last week that I absolutely was pulling. Well, I don't have any hair. I was pulling my beard in the press box, and that was why they only brought 3 down linemen every time. I'm like, can you get Bo Nix uncomfortable at least?
Frankie was doing it. Frankie was getting them uncomfortable, but only like 3 times.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, they really were only rushing 3 down linemen, and I'm like, okay, I get you got 11 guys back behind there, but it wasn't working. They were still going down the field. Right. Fortunately, the way things played itself out, in overtime, what did Denver do? Straight down the field. I mean, so I had a problem with that, and also had a problem when I saw Von Miller in pass coverage. I literally almost threw up in the press box. I just couldn't believe what I saw. But other than that, I will say that I was really impressed with the energy. The effort is there, and that's what Dan said, or Coach Quinn said. You can see it, and there's no mistaking. The last 2 games, that defense looks totally different compared to what they were before. If anything, you see some adjustments being made as the game goes on. I hope and pray, because they're playing against a terrible Minnesota, quarterback room right now. I'm just being upfront about it.
Mm-hmm.
But teams have gotten right on Washington's defense, so it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. So let's keep it moving here. Sheila, you are up. What's going on, Miss Sheila?
Hey, Sheila.
Hey, hi everybody. What was the question? I came one late. What was the question?
It was just, from what you saw last week, and now knowing that Jayden's playing Sunday, Bobby should be playing, Noah Brown should be playing. Pretty much everyone's coming back. How do you feel about that? Are you excited?
Yeah, I am. I almost got my wish. I almost won that game. Y'all was having that. Who was that had 38 to something last week that we was gonna lose to? I don't know who that was.
I just remember a lot. I just
okay.
remember a lot to a little by somebody in Fresno.
Whole lot of fingers going up.
So I was like, if Marcus had made that throw, I would have got my wish. We would have won that game. But I think that they played well. I was excited about it.
Yeah.
And I'm always be positive. So I'm just I have to keep it going for myself. So I'm glad to see Jayden back. I looked at him when he had his meeting today. He tried to act like he tried to stay calm about it, but he's excited.
That's just him. California cool. That's what I call him.
He cool.
That's
cool.
what it
He's
is,
like,
man.
He told him, he said, you can get hurt anytime. So, and that one person always asks him the same dumb question all the time. So I don't even want to say who it is, but you know who it is. So
let's keep going. All right, so John from UK is on. What's going on, John? Long time no see.
Cheers,
yeah, look, it's been a while, Lake and the guys. I really enjoyed that game last week. It started 1:30 a.m. here, and it finished almost 5 o'clock in the morning. I tell you what, and I had to get up at 6:40 to get my son to school. But my God, I enjoyed that. I think the pressure's off us at the moment, but I just want to see the guys play. And I think we need to see them play. I think, high draft pick would be great, but look how many high draft picks the Giants have got. Are they any good? For all those high picks.
Yeah.
I mean, what's going to happen. They're going to pick 2 or 3, and they're going to get another bloody edge rusher. You just see it coming.
I mean, hey, John.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and and someone else said I trust AP. I trust him. You can't get everything right, but
no.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Sunday, and it's for you guys. It's a 1 o'clock kickoff, 6 p.m. here. I don't have to burn the midnight oil.
Well, what's weird is, and Josh can attest to this. It's a 12 o'clock kickoff technically. In Minneapolis, because I literally was like, I was getting confused with some of the lineup that I got, media stuff that I got, and I'm like, but no, the game is at 1 o'clock. Why am I having to do this so early? Then it hit me, man. We going back in time. I'm so tired of time zones this year, y'all. Y'all have no idea. It's like every game. And people keep saying, I know you don't like all these NFC East games that are going to be coming up late in the year because it's going to be cold and you're going on the road to New York, to Philly. I'm like, what? That is heaven for us right now, considering that we've been in LA, Green Bay, Kansas City, Madrid, you name it. I mean, New England in preseason. So we were there for a week because of the joint practice. So this year
just the beginning,
like.
I reckon you're coming to the UK next year, Lake.
I was just about to say it's only fitting. See, John, you took the words out of my mouth. It's only fitting because I do believe that we're not going to be playing in Paris, which I was originally told. It's looking like it's going to come down to London and Rio, and I'm London. Let's go. It's easy to get on a plane and fly to Heathrow, real quick. But
Yeah.
to fly to
Yeah.
Rio and no.
Oh,
So anyway,
yeah.
yeah, I'm negative today for some reason. I gotta stop that. Yeah, I gotta get out there.
You be wet.
No,
Come on.
you know what I mean? And then on top of that, I know I'm getting ready to fly into Antarctica tomorrow. Like it's when I saw the temperature in Minnesota on Sunday, the high is 13 degrees.
Are you serious?
And the
Oh.
low is -2. That's not the wind chill.
Nope.
The wind chill, Josh, I saw it. The wind chill was like -20. And I'm
Yep.
like, where am I going?
Yep.
That's a warm day this time of year up there.
It's called a ski suit.
We had a heat wave today. It was 29 today. It was a heat wave. I had to take a sweatshirt off.
Oh wow.
Like, give you some hot
y'all gonna
hands,
see
man.
me
Give you
sitting in
some
the
hot
press
hands.
box. I mean, we're in the indoor stadium, and I like beautiful stadium, US Bank Stadium. So that's the beauty of it. But somebody told me I can do catwalks, the whole way through to get to the stadium from the hotel. So I'm like, okay, I may not have to change the wardrobe up too much, but yeah,
Human
I know
habit
Brad
trails.
is like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's cold here in Detroit too, so
That's what we do.
that ain't what we do here.
Yeah.
All right, so let's keep it going. Gerard, you're up.
Hello, everybody.
Everybody sat up. Everybody sat up when Gerard came up.
What up, Big G?
I don't know why y'all do this to me. But it was a good game. It was a great game to see. And again, I wanted him to sit. If he was going to play, it was only one way he could play, and that is with all his weapons back. There's no need to put him out there like Brad Jones always say, with C players. So I have no problem with them playing them, as long as everybody is there. It's not when people talk about he can get hurt or he can get this. Well, why don't they play the guys more in the preseason? Our season is over. We done lost 9 games. So to me, he can play more than 4 minutes, 5 minutes in the preseason when you can use that notion where they can just slip on a bar of soap. Okay, put him out there. Let him play a quarter and a half like how they used to do back in the day. So that's my notion when I hear people say, oh, they should play because they need reps. That's the same thing every year in the preseason. They should play with the starters because they need reps. Since they don't do that now, especially took a preseason game away, the first game and the second game is like a preseason these days. Yeah.
So
that's just my take on that notion. I'm a realist in life. You can't be this way for this part of it and then not carry it to the other part. So that's just how I see that. But no, the game was very good. I'm gonna say this one part, then I'm gonna be quiet. Y'all heard me say about a month ago. DQ is the man, he's the leader. Right? We see a difference in defense within 2 weeks.
I already know where you're going. I already know where you're going. Where was it
weeks
2 months ago?
He put his
After we play Green Bay,
best friend ahead of the team. That's all I'm saying. I'm not upset. I understand it, because DQ is a very loyal man, and I appreciate that side of him. But he really sacrificed our team a little bit this year, and the evidence is there. Because to me, he could have been the coordinator from day one, or he could have still been putting his imprint with his boy as the DC. We should still be doing this. That's what I mean.
That's definitely fair for sure.
That's just mismanagement a little bit, but no one's perfect, so he had to learn that. So hopefully going forward, we will see that. And I'm gonna be quiet at this state, but I do want to say something else later.
Sure, absolutely, absolutely. Now, it's fair. It's definitely fair because I think all of us were wondering when was he going to step in. Dan, you're a defensive, guru. When are you going to step in and fix this? Because that's probably about as poor as I've ever seen a defense play in burgundy and gold ever. Yeah, not. I mean, Ron's defenses look like the Bears. 80-16. Compared to what I saw this year, Yeah, Brad. And you might feel the same way deep down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
does.
does.
I'm about to drink bleach. You said that name.
Yeah.
I can't believe.
It was about the same. It was about equal.
All right,
That
so
Miami
so
games.
well let's go with Brad then since he already got the hot hand. So what you think?
So I said this in the group chat. I think the game the other day was probably the best effort game we played total,
Yeah.
considering against that defense we played against. So it was good. I probably led the brigade of don't play Jayden no more this year. I echoed that so many times. I got a lot of heat for that too. I see you laughing up there, Ellison. I took a lot of heat for that. But if he has his complements of players back where teams don't like blitz him the way they do, then I think it helps. I think it opened up my two things said to me the importance of Terry and how he opened up that offense because Zach Ertz looked 22 again. Right, without Terry, he looked every bit of 68.
Until he
I'm
ran.
not saying, you know what I mean? He did. And then also to me, I do like that Quinn took over the defense, but it didn't show me Bo Nix didn't look that good to me. Not to me anyway. I think but
I
I
think the
appreciate
defense
that.
has something to do with that too, as well.
Could
Like
be.
not all of it because I agree. You know, I saw Caleb, I saw Bo Nix, and I'm like, if anybody thinks that those two guys are in the same class as Jayden, I might
Right.
need to give
Yeah.
They need your glasses.
All right, so I think one of the things that is coming up here, and then we still got to get Eric and Mike B up as well.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that everybody's seeing is that Denver's the number one seed. If the playoffs started today, that's the number one seed in the AFC, right?
New England. I thought it was New England.
Yes, New England. But they got a bye week this week, so it'll balance
Yeah,
out.
they're still right there. So I think everyone sees that today's NFL, you don't know who's going to win on any given Sunday. You just don't know anymore. It's so much parity. And I come from, we all do. We're older. We come from that we're maybe not Brad, Savage. We come from the era of it was always a giant you were trying to slay all the time. And we didn't see 10, 12, 15 teams all having like the same record,
Yeah.
vying for top seeds. It was normally one or two teams, and then there was everybody else. So for me to see the league like this, it also it almost gives me hope because Washington easily could flip that script next year. Literally.
Exactly.
Sorry, Willis, not this year. I don't see 5 in a row, but I'm just saying they could easily
You can do it,
flip that
Willis.
script and be right back where they were last year, next year. So that's why I say you want to play these guys this year to build some momentum going into next year, and therefore you know who is going to be on this roster. Because, like I said, it doesn't help Traylon Burks for him to be receiving passes from Marcus Mariota. And that's not knocking Marcus. You guys know what I'm saying with that. Like, you want to see him as the third or fourth receiver right now with the opportunity to go out there and ball with Terry and Debo and Jayden to see do you need to draft a receiver, or is the receiver room actually right now looking pretty solid because you're going to have
Don't do
Luke come
that.
back next year and Jalen Lane come back next year.
Don't do that.
No, you
Don't do
don't
that.
like that. Why don't
Don't
you
do
like
that. Don't say that again.
Why don't you like that?
Because I think you operating off hope, Lake, and not operating off what we know. Because I mean, I'm not, because I got killed a couple people. I'm not killing my man, but we know Noah Brown is not the most durable, right? Yeah. We don't know if Debo is going to be back. So let's not just say, well, we got that receiver room. We need to go get another receiver. That is just, we need that. Sure. We definitely need
Hope
that.
to get IU.
Give us an example, Brad. What kind of receiver are you talking about?
Somebody else that can draw attention else outside of Terry. Over the top on Terry, right? Because we still don't know what Zach gonna do. You know what I mean? So I still think we need somebody that's gonna draw some attention over there. And then once that offense is open and as magical as 5 is, then I think we can be there.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just asking this. You don't think Debo draws attention away from Terry?
Say that again.
You don't think Debo would draw attention away from Terry?
I couldn't hear you, Lake. Say it one more time.
You don't think Debo would draw attention away from Terry?
Well, I do, but I'm saying the more weapons, the better, right? So why not just think we got it? Why not imagine if we had another explosive young wide receiver on the opposite side? Shano, the question everybody had asked me about, I think I was talking to Brandon Cox about Ayuk.
That's
My
what
only thing, my only thing about Ayuk is let's find out where his head is for one.
Right.
Let's see if he's healthy.
Right.
Right. Let's see if he's healthy, and then if they are going to release him, let's give him a prove it year. Let's see what you got, bro.
For the low. Yep.
So would you bring? But would you bring? And this is a question I was talking to someone about recently. Would you bring Brandon Ayuk here and try to re-sign Debo?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I tried to draft the
I
receiver.
would.
Yeah.
All of them.
So last time I looked, and I'm just saying this is just me. The last time I looked, this offense wasn't giving up 40. I mean, at some point, where's my guy Mike B in here? Because you guys are up. But help me, Mike. It's malpractice to not go out and get an edge rusher.
Absolutely. Yeah, we can do both of them.
Or as Gerard said, or what, Gerard? Two. Or two. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't worry about the offense. Because you saw last week with a backup quarterback, they were moving the ball.
Yeah.
You know that I'm serious. I literally believe, and I didn't even mention Noah. That's the thing as far as next year. I'm saying if you told me today, right now, that they're going into next year with Terry, Debo re-signed, Treylon Burks, Luke McCaffrey, Jalen Lane, you know what? That 5 is better than the 5 that started this year. That's for sure.
True, but we have an average wide receiver.
Absolutely.
We have an average wide receiver. I really do. I think Luke is okay. I think Jalen Lane is a raw wide receiver.
He's a special teams guy. He's a raw. I think Treylon Burks is.
You don't know.
Could be something.
We don't know. Yeah. Debo is a gadget guy, and that's great. We need him for that. But as far as a pure wide receiving core, we don't have that.
We don't.
They're good.
We don't.
And I do have to say this as well, as far as bringing edge rushers in and another wide receiver or whatever. How long are we going to continue to be a top 10 cap space team? Like at a certain point in time, we got to start spending this money. You know
I mean that's fair. See, I think what opens up, but see, I think what opens up this offense even more is if you get yourself a really good tight end. Zach is good, but I'm talking about Zach. Let's be honest. Zach should be your number 2. Zach should be your number 2.
Yeah, he
tight
already
end. But if you got yourself, but Gerard, that's why you be getting in trouble. See,
2 or 3.
But I'm just saying, if you get yourself a top flight tight end, it'll open up everything.
Absolutely.
Trust me when I tell you. And then your receiving room wouldn't have to be so dependent on everything from your receivers.
Likely might be available.
Yep.
So
I'll go get him in a New York minute.
We talk about Treylon Burks, and we only talking about him because he made an excellent catch. Don't get me wrong, he did. But that was only his second career touchdown.
Yeah, we still got
but in fairness to that, he was in Tennessee. Who was throwing him the ball?
Okay, but AJ Brown was doing his thing over there, and they got rid of AJ Brown thinking Treylon Burks.
But they didn't overlap though. They didn't overlap.
But I'm not knocking them. All I'm saying is let's just not get so excited off that one hand catch and thinking, oh, we got the next. Go get you a wide receiver. We need it.
I personally think Brandon Ayuk is in Washington next year, so I don't even think you need to draft one. I personally, if I know I'm getting him, I'm not drafting a wide receiver.
But like, you wouldn't want to ask where his head is. Where his head is at for one, and then find out if I understand he want to be with 5. That's his guy.
His head's here.
Yeah, he wants to. His head is in DC. He wants to be out of San Francisco.
His head is fine. I have a problem with his head.
He just got to be healthy. That's the thing.
I have a problem.
Listen, and if you needed proof of a guy, if you talk about where a guy's head is, or if you needed proof on who's talented, and you knew the talent was there, it just needed to be in a different situation. All you got to do is look at George Pickens.
Yeah,
right there. George Pickens is a different human being right
They
now
two different
from
wide
what he
receivers,
was.
though.
No,
That's
I get
good.
it. Pickens is a dog.
A
Trust me.
dog.
I get it. I get it.
Now,
But
that's
Brandon
it.
Ayuk is
You
He's a
want
dog too.
before the knee injury, we don't know how he'll come back.
Right.
But Brandon
But
Ayuk was
far
pretty good too.
far as his psyche, Brandon Ayuk just playing the game.
Of
I don't
course he
think so.
He
is.
just
I
playing.
don't think
He
so.
playing silly to
the-
get out of town.
Yes, he's just
I don't
playing the game to get out of his contract. If he didn't do that, they would not be releasing him and saying we're not going to pay you this. He's
Yeah,
just
I don't
playing the game. That's all he's doing. They do that in the NBA all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
He just
that's
playing the
very
game.
true,
Chris Paul
but
didn't do it too well though.
when Ayuk got
Call
signed,
it.
He just playing
Call
the
it.
game.
Call it
let's
my
not
Marine
forget
Corps
though,
background. Call
when
it my
Ayuk
Marine
got
Corps
signed, he was
background,
dropping
dog.
passes when he came back. He was dropping pass after pass as soon as he got back, and then he got hurt. But before he got hurt, he was having a down season, and that's because he wasn't training like he was supposed to do while playing the game. And so these are the things that I'm worried about. Now I think with
He
five,
wants
you will
out.
train
But
because
he
He
wants
wants
out.
out. He wants out.
You
That's why
proving the point.
he wants
You don't
out.
want to be there.
He wants
So-
out.
Yeah,
I mean,
what you
listen,
do.
y'all.
but that
I don't know
doesn't.
if y'all have ever
You
been
can
in a
want to be
situation.
out, but that don't mean you don't train.
Well,
That's
I mean,
the
well, a
That's the
lot
way
of
to get
people
out.
have been in situations where it's just like if your heart's not in it, the effort's not going to be there.
So,
Yeah, that's
I
true.
understand some of us are different, and you're going to give it your all no matter what you do.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no way he forgot how to play football.
Well, why
There's
re
just
I
no
agree with
way.
that, but I
yeah.
Why
want a
re
trial
up?
run, like Brad said.
Why?
A
I'm
trial
just
run.
saying, why re up? If you didn't want to be there, what has changed from the time? The same quarterback, the same running back, the same tight end, the
don't
same
like that
coach.
quarterback. That's
But it
all.
was the same quarterback he was playing with.
I know, but that quarterback ain't good. Like they try to make him
He's
seem
not.
like
All
this.
I hear
I
you,
get
Miss
that.
Sheila.
Okay,
No,
Purdy ain't all of that.
But
So
then why re up? Then why re
You're
up?
not.
I
I'll
mean,
tell you what.
listen. You may not want 120 million
You're
over
not gonna
4 or
turn it
5
down.
years. You
Look,
may
right.
not
they
want
do.
that. You may want
I would play
more.
in Tennessee
But
and Cleveland for that for
but
120.
that's
Hey,
what I'm saying. If somebody put 120 million in front of me, and if I think I'm more
paying
than that,
turkey.
I'm still going to take it and figure out how to
hey,
get more.
they do it. They do it. I'm a basketball head at heart. They do it in the NBA all the time. I'm gonna sign my deal in a year and a half. I'm getting out of here. So I got to
Yes.
guarantee. I already have
Exactly.
some certain percentage of money already. I'm
mhm.
signing this deal and still finding a way to get out of here. They do it
Yeah,
all
It's
the
it's
time.
hard to turn
It's
down
all
them
about a
kind of
game.
numbers in front of you,
Gotta
even
work.
if you think
I
I'm.
guess it's that USMC in me.
Yeah, no,
Loyalty and faith
I,
is, you know what
I
I'm
get
saying?
it, man. That's listen. It's a
Gone.
beautiful thing,
Your
and
three
I
letters at
like
the
I
end of
love loyalty. That's why we all in this group together. We family.
it.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, if I say, hey Brad, it's 120 million, you can never come on this show again. You're
Bye.
gonna text me and be like, Lake, I love you, we family,
Yeah.
but I'll talk to you on the phone. I'll come visit, but I'm taking that 120.
This Brad is.
Hey, hey,
Hook
hey,
me up with that.
Brad,
Yes,
from
sir.
one Marine to another, we didn't do it for the pay, baby.
I got you. I
That's
got you.
all
But
love. That's all
but
respect.
but
That's
I'm
all
just saying,
respect.
who's to say he won't do it here? That's all I'm
I feel
saying.
you,
I would
John.
love to have him,
I
but
feel
You
you,
don't.
John.
You
I
can't.
mean,
You can't.
I'm
You
with
can't worry
you
about
as
that.
far as to go. I don't want you, if I got to worry about where your head is, I don't need you trying to cover my six. I'm with you. Absolutely. You know, but I believe like Gerard is saying, the kid is just playing that game that once he gets where he say like with Jayden, I believe we see that kid reemerge who Jayden was throwing to in LSU.
Or Arizona State.
Arizona State.
Arizona State.
Yeah.
Arizona, excuse
Yep.
me,
Right.
Yep.
Arizona.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All
Yeah.
right,
That's why I
all right,
believe we
And,
family.
see.
and I think he could play right now. Truthfully,
Yep.
I think Brandon Ayuk could literally put the pads
Right
on and go out on Sunday and play, but
Okay.
he doesn't want to be there. So that's why
Playing the
that
game.
rehab
It's
looked
all about the
bad.
game.
So let's do this. Let's
Like,
because we
yeah.
still got Mike B and we still got
Yeah.
Eric
Eric.
to get on. So Mike's been quiet. He's been in his trial mode. So let's get him
Let
on.
the litigator in.
Did you feel better about what you saw last week?
Absolutely. I mean, it's been a long time since I've slept like that after a loss. That's just how I get it. I felt good about it. And I felt good about it because Gerard's man DQ, I knew DQ didn't lose the team.
Mm-hmm.
When I
That's
saw that
important.
Right.
happen,
Yeah,
I
that's
knew
really important.
DQ didn't lose the team.
Right.
So,
Just lost a lot of games. That's all. Just lost a lot of games.
but and
Lost
then
his season. Lost
and
his season.
and then it confirmed what I knew. A big part of it was injuries, man. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, without the injuries, easily we win 3 more games.
Four
I
Easily.
more.
agree.
Yeah.
I
I'm
I
just
agree
talking
with
about
you.
the defense. I'm just talking about the play calling, the defense, the scheme. That's what
Yeah,
I'm talking about.
but
Joe
His
let
Wicks.
me
name
say
is
this.
Joe
I
Witt.
don't hold on. I don't want to
Let Mike
throw
get his time.
I don't want to throw any. Look, the only high-powered offense we're gonna see for the rest of this year is the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not saying DQ's not doing a better job. I'm just calling it like it is. The only high-powered offense that he has to call plays against this week, the rest of this year, is the Dallas. So he's doing better, but he's also taking over at a good time.
Should took over earlier. In my
That
opinion,
sounded like
he
a
should have
little.
took over
That
earlier.
sounded like a little swipe at the end of the day.
No,
Like he's
Yeah.
saying,
no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not. Because see, I don't want to be off the DQ Christmas list like Gerard. Gerard's off the list.
I like DQ. That's why I said late. You're
he
gonna
getting
come
cold
to
in
me
the sock.
later. I like DQ.
I love you,
I'm
bro. I'm
sorry.
messing with you,
You
dog.
getting a sock full of cold, Gerard.
Yeah. If I didn't like him, I wouldn't be talking about him.
No, I'm messing with
If
you,
I didn't
man.
like him.
I got
I
your
mean, seriously, I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
If I didn't like him, I wouldn't
we
be
know,
talking about him.
we know you like him, and
Yeah.
what you've said is true. I mean,
It's
I'll
true.
be the first to
I
say that's
know.
my guy, but I wish he had stepped in a lot
No.
earlier to
That's
fix
all
the
I'm
mess
saying.
because it was a mess. It really was.
No, we all do.
And I think
So-
all of us feel like we could have called better defense
I
before.
know
I
what leadership is
understand, but
about. I've been in leadership
Could
my
have
whole
played
life for
better
the most part.
defense.
So that at Green Bay
I got a question
he should
though.
have came out.
True
Okay.
enough.
Go ahead,
game.
Brad. And then we gotta get to Eric.
No,
Yep.
I'll let Eric go. Then I ask my question afterwards.
Where Eric? Oh,
Okay,
down
so
there.
Eric, what you think? What did you see?
Most patient man, I'll tell you what.
Yeah. I can't believe none of y'all hit some of these points that I've been thinking about. It's kind of disappointing. But
Well, what is it?
nah.
Let's go.
You
Let's
saved
go.
them for you.
Hey, look, the game was the best outcome it could have been because I'm a realist and I'm looking for investing 5 years down the road. Yeah, it'd be cool to win another game or two, but they ain't gonna do nothing for us. I want a high draft pick. That way, if we're around pick 4, we can trade back to pick 8, still get somebody, but also get, more later round picks, whether it be another late first or a second and a third. I mean, that's what we need because I can tell you right now, we changed this team. We draft whether it be Caleb Downs or Arvell Reese, if we're able to get them,
or Bain.
we got to go. We got to go defense. If we want to start winning, because Denver, that's the only reason why they're winning games. Bo Nix ain't nothing special. He looks good at times,
Hello.
but
That's
it's
why
all about
Chicago's
defense.
winning games. Chicago's defense is
defense
turning
good
people
shit.
over.
Look, how about the Baltimore, the with the Ray Lewis defense? They were averaging like 16, 17 points on offense and won the Super Bowl. We got to go defense.
I don't even know if it was that much, Eric.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They
dude.
were
Like,
kicking field goals and beating people 3-0.
They did not allow a running back for more than 100 yards for I think it was like 100 some games.
Good.
I mean, we got to go defense. I mean, yeah, we're a shiny toy with wide receivers, nice and cool. We can get that in free agency or later on in the draft, but we got to go defense heavy and early.
I agree with you 100%. And
get it either an edge. I don't think there's going to be an edge rusher that's going to be worth it where we're picking.
Right? Hey, Gerard,
we got to draft one.
That's the other part of the
we got to draft
component.
one, but we also got to sign one because we can't get
That's
two
two.
stud.
That's the two.
We can't get 2 stud edge rushers with how many picks we have. So to me,
no, because what you could do is you could find a team that has a second round pick, a team that's desperate enough to move up like in that first round. So you trade your first round pick with that team and get their said first round pick late in the first round, but you pick up their second rounder in the process.
Yeah. But that's why I want us to lose out because as much as I want to see as much momentum as I want to see going into next year, we got to lose out to where we could trade back to stay in the top 10. to be
All right,
real.
how let's do this. How many of you guys, you can just put your hand up. How many of you would, no matter what the pick is in the first round, if you're guaranteed, this is a hypothetical here now, you're guaranteed to come out of this draft with a first and a second because you traded back from your first round pick. How many of you would do that?
Depends how far back we're trading.
I don't care how
And it
far
depends
back
on
it
the
is.
player.
how far back.
Yeah, I don't
How
care
far.
how far back.
Yeah, if we do 32, 33, I'd do that.
Are we
Yeah.
going an extra first? Like we're gonna have 2 firsts out of it? Is
No,
that
no,
what
no,
you're
no, no,
asking?
no,
And
no,
a
no.
second?
No, you're gonna get a
got
second.
No.
first.
It means that you flip
swap first.
your first round, you swap first round picks.
Mhm.
And most
I
teams
don't
that
know,
do
like-
that are teams that are in love with somebody and they
Mhm.
have to have them. So let's just say Washington, let's just say they hypothetically they're picking 6. You do realize unless it's one of the top 2 or 3 picks,
Yeah,
the 6th pick is still iffy. Like you just don't know. You expect them to be
Heck
good.
no, man. No, heck no. You can get Arvell, Reese, or Downs right there. There ain't no iffy about that.
Again, though, Caleb Downs is a safety, and I get it.
We need one.
I don't know if you do, and I'm being honest. I like Will Harris a lot.
I do.
I don't know if you need a safety as much as you, but I know what you do need, and as Gerard has said,
Yeah,
2
we
of
need
them.
Yeah. Hey,
They
Arvell
cannot
Reese?
do this. This will be how many years now? This is going on like what, 10 years without an
Wow.
edge rusher that you've drafted?
They're
Yeah.
comparing Arvell Reese to Micah Parsons.
Chase Young.
No,
Yeah.
no, no,
They're
no, no.
comparing them.
I
They're
don't
comparing
think,
them.
but Eric, I don't think Reese is going to be there at 6 or 7. That's my only reason. That guy is going in the top 3 or 4 picks.
All right. If he's available at 6, do you not take him?
Oh yeah, of course, but he's not going to be
Okay.
there. He's not going to be there at all. I assure you that. And that was my whole thinking. Like, yeah, the number sounds good, but does the player that's there, is he really going to be a difference maker? And I don't know at 6 at that position. I mean, think of all the edge rushers this year, and there was a lot of them. Is
They're
there any of them that just jump off the charts?
Start with Carter.
Not
Start
right
with
now.
him. Start with Carter. No.
And I'm a Penn State guy, and I forget sometimes Abdul Carter on the Giants. So
You forget he on the Giants
No.
too.
right, but that's what I'm saying. It's not rocket science, and it's definitely not a guarantee. You got to nail the pick, and that's what we all hope Adam Peters is there to do, is nail the pick. And we've seen, unfortunately, a history of maybe those second rounders not being nailed. The first rounders, this guy's knocked them out the park. There is no one on this planet that can fault Adam Peters for his 2 drafts, his 2 first round draft picks, because Connerly is balling right now. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I feel good knowing. And where was Connerly picked at? What was his number?
29.
Bingo. So
That's
what I'm saying. I would trade back.
Yep.
Get me a late first rounder, and that team who I traded with, their second rounder. I don't care what the number is, because they don't have a second round pick.
But
And
a
then-
6 to go to 28, dude, that seems like a long way back. I don't know.
That's cool.
But is
too far.
Josh
That's a
Connerly
little
playing
too
like
far.
a top? Is Connerly playing like a
but
top
I'm
10
saying
pick?
I think you can go from 6 to probably like at least 18, 20.
If we can get a second round pick, I would do it. I don't care what pick we are, because we don't have a
with you,
first
Brad.
round right
I'm
now.
with you,
So as
Brad.
long as we get a second round,
You gotta
I'll
get his dude too.
If you told me
if we
today
go
that
from
Washington
6 to 28, we're getting robbed. Like we're getting robbed. If we go
but-
from
but-
6
but-
to 28.
But that means
but
we
if you're
gonna get
getting a
top 4 or
second
5
round
picks.
pick with it, though,
You better
That's
add
too
more
far
on
back.
top. You
We
better
would
add
get
more on
a
top.
if we went
That's
back
too
to
far
28, we would get a second and a fourth.
No,
So
you get
I
him.
went that far back.
I
I
think
need more than just a second. Like I need another third and like a fit or something. Or something next year too.
I mean, the GM that does that for the other team need to be fired. They're not doing that.
Let's hear what Brad got to say.
I personally think it depends on what identity they're going to do first. So what we going to look like? If you are going to go defense, right? Pick your identity. If you want to
Hope it's
smash
Legion of
mouth,
Boom. Legion of Boom. That's the identity I want.
I 1,000% agree with you, Brad, but I think that's why our starters need to play for the rest of the season. So we know is
You
our
can
offense
figure out
real?
who can
I
be
So
part
agree.
of an
yeah,
So
identity.
if we can
Exactly.
confirm
I
that
think
our
it.
offense is real, then that's what will inform us what we need to do in the
So
draft.
that's why you pay AP and them people the big bucks. All right,
Right.
which what we gonna do? Are we gonna be a defensive team, pick our identity, or are we gonna be an offensive team? Whatever identity you're gonna be, then if that guy's there at 6, whatever route you want to take, then you take what's there at 6.
Right.
Because if you trading and coming back, you now true enough, we got tons of holes on this roster, right?
Mhm.
We just do. Guys coming off 1-year contracts and all that other stuff. Pick your identity, what you're going to be, right? And then if you want to be a high powered offense, get the wide receiver that's going to fit the
Mhm.
identity that you want. If you want to get that defense, get that defense. You know what I'm saying? Pick your identity
Yeah.
person. I don't even
No,
know what.
I think that's a fair. That's fair. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
fair.
think
That's
anybody
fair.
has a problem with that.
I
And
think
you're right. They have to identify what is going to be their identity. And
what's
as
going to be
Eric
your
said,
identity?
if it's going to be that old Seattle defense, then I think
That's what I
everybody will
want.
be fine with
That's what
that.
I want, bro.
But I think again, one thing that I do get a little disappointed in is a lot of the fan base. It's almost like they have forgotten. And people are like, well, Lake, you know, you're always the optimist. I mean, that's me, but I think a lot of people have forgotten that this team has been ransacked by injuries. I mean,
Sure.
Yeah.
Easter
it's
flies, man.
it's
exactly.
That is
been
so
And
big of a loss.
Say
and
it,
Easter
I
say it
flies,
again,
that
bro.
Gary.
was huge.
1,000%.
Lawrence.
I believe that
Mhm.
our
Mm.
offense right now as we sit are capable of scoring those points
Yeah.
or
Hmm.
putting points on the board to run with anybody. What we can't do is keep the other team out of the end zone. Like we just sat up here and watched
Yeah.
last
Yep.
Sunday. They sat up here and Denver, as soon as they got the ball, went straight down the
If
field with
doing
no applied pressure. If
Little
we
resistance.
if we had at least one edge rusher to make him uncomfortable, they're not moving down the field on us with a average offense. I mean, yeah, with an average offense and a solid defense, we win games.
That's
Yes.
Well,
why I think.
In the
all you
game.
got to do is look at last year.
But
Exactly.
They were in the
Exactly.
NFC Championship game with a mediocre defense.
Yeah.
but what
Mhm.
quarterbacks did we play last year, Lake?
In
No,
time.
in the playoffs though, we won games. So it doesn't
They
matter
beat the
what the
number one
season
seed
looked
in the
like.
playoffs.
We beat Detroit.
They beat
Yes.
they beat two Pro Bowl quarterbacks in the playoffs in
With
their
a 20th
building.
ranked
So
defense, a 20 something ranked
Hey,
defense.
hey,
but
Lake, I
who
gotta ask. So right now, I'm looking at Tankathon. The next best edge rusher is Keldrick Falk. Is he worth? They got Bengals picking him at 10. Is he worth picking at 6?
I hate to say that about a young man that I don't know personally. I know his game, not for me. I mean, I would go Bain at 6 if he was sitting there. Kid from
Well, they got
Miami.
him number 1. They got him number 1.
That's just not happening. I mean, it right now. What's going to happen is, the shiny toys are quarterbacks. They're gonna
Mhm.
when we go to Indy, it happens every year. I walk out of there like, who is that, and why do they have him now as a
Yeah,
top 5 quarterback?
because
It
they got
happens every
edge.
year.
They got edge, linebacker Reese, and then 3 quarterbacks. Then we're up. So
Can I say this real quick?
I got to bounce you.
Okay,
all right,
all
Josh.
right, Josh.
All
I'll see you
All right,
Sunday,
Josh,
brother.
be
See you
good.
Sunday.
Good.
All right.
I'm good.
I, this is why I said last week. This is This is an important off
That's where I
season
was
for
going.
AP.
That's where
This
I was
is
going.
an important off season for AP as far as free agency, as far as the draft.
Mhm.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
That's where I'm going.
To actually set this roster, no matter what the identity may be. Do
Mhm.
we actually trust the man and know what the man that's in the hot seat is going to actually apply to constructing this roster properly? That's
Yep.
where I am.
So let
Right.
me okay. So let
I
me
think
ask
Let,
you guys
let,
this.
okay.
Let me just ask you guys this, because when I hear that, it's almost as if like there are a lot of people that are off the AP wagon right now.
No, I'm
Okay.
he's
not.
doing good,
And
I'm
man.
not. I'm
I
not.
want to bring people back to light. And
let me
yes,
back
people
you
keep
up, Brad.
calling me, well, hold on, everybody keeps calling me an apologist for him. I just know from covering this team for 17 years, I see someone that had a plan in place. The
Yes.
plan was obvious. We're going to run this team back. because they were a game away from the Super Bowl.
Yep.
I don't care if guys were going to be a year older and some of them were already old. The plan was we're going to run this thing back. And oh, by the way, what we're going to do is biggest investment on this team is their quarterback. They went out and traded for a 5-time Pro Bowl left tackle. Okay.
Gonna be 6.
So that tells you that he was already thinking, I'm going to protect my quarterback. He drafted with the first round pick.
Yeah.
Another tackle to be on the other side of the ball. Oh, by the way, he traded for, whether he's a gadget guy or not, he traded for a Pro Bowl receiver to pair with Terry. All I'm saying is I saw the plan. And then on defense, to go out and get Dedrick Wise, to get Eddie Goldman, they basically said, you know what, Kinlaw, basically what they were saying was, okay, we understand the biggest part of our defense last year that was terrible was that teams ran the football on them. So all those moves were made to be able to stop the run. They would take their chances with the pass rush, okay? They thought Frankie could do that or someone else. And then, oh, by the way, with their second round pick, they drafted a corner who ended up being their number one corner. I don't understand where all this vitriol is going towards Adam Peters. Yeah, he's had to grab guys. Mike, you might love this comment. He's had to grab some guys that were bagging at Aldi, a couple weeks ago. But the point is, he had no choice because of the injuries. So that's what you do. You got to fill roster. Yeah.
Can I rebuttal real quick?
The worst. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'll get after you.
No, go ahead, Eric.
I was going to say the only bad move, in my opinion, is, which you don't know. If he works out, he worked out great. But the contract is actually real friendly to us because it's really just 1 year, was Lattimore. Other than that, I'm totally cool with him.
No.
I'm not off the AP train, but this, being a GM and a front office personnel person is a hard job. You're going to hit and you're going to miss. But we can't forget that he also drafted Ben Sinnott, Jerzon Newton.
Sinnott ain't a miss yet, though. That's the thing.
They just ain't using them.
$5 million to a kicker who can't kick outside.
That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Yep.
He traded for Lattimore, and that didn't work out. I understand the try where you were at that point in the season, but that didn't work out. There have been some misses here, glaring misses. So we can't just ignore that either.
No, we can't. And I don't think, and again, I don't, and I'll get back. Hold on, Gerard, just real quick. Okay. I don't think you can say, I agree with Brad Savage. I know Ben hasn't done anything yet, but sometimes in this league, everybody's not going to come in and hit the ground running. Sometimes it takes 3 years. It does. Sometimes it takes, they going into their option year before you start to see the light is come on.
Look at Chris Paul.
Yeah,
perfect example. So I can't sit there and say that Ben is a bust or that Jerzon's a bust, because Johnny was a Big Ten Player of the Year. He knows how to play football. Perhaps the problem was the way the scheme is set up. And I'm going to say this, and this isn't taking a shot at Dan, but we all know in Dan Quinn defenses, the tackles normally aren't the guys. Is that fair to say that? I mean, you guys, they're normally not the guys for the team. It's corners, it's secondary play, it's linebacker play, it's speed. That's what it is. So they're going to have to figure out what to do with him. I do agree with that, but I can't just go out and say that Adam missed on those guys, because they have. Johnny's given them contributions this year, not as much as last year. I get that, but those aren't misses just yet.
As of right now, they are. As of right now, today, they are.
I'll give you that.
They hadn't schemed up stuff for Sinnott. I don't know why they hadn't schemed up stuff for him.
Because I see speed when he gets the ball. I do see some speed, man, and that speed that offense could use at that position. But go ahead. So Gerard, go ahead real quick.
Earlier, I said I was going to say something later, right?
Yes, sir.
This was the topic I was going to talk about.
Let it rip, Gerard. Let it rip.
You all think that I'm against management. I'm not. I love AP. I love DQ. I'm just pointing out the things where I feel they need to improve on. We are fans, so we got to be real fans. I like the good, and what Ellison is saying. As of right now, I will give AP a D on Johnny Newton and Ben Sinnott, only because where the number they drafted them guys at. Right now, we're talking about a high draft pick, or we want to get somebody that's in the top 29 or the top 40. It's no need to get them if they got to sit 3 years or 4 years to play. This is not the 80s and the 70s football. We in the 21st, 22nd century now.
Where they got to come in and play right away.
No, I'm not saying they got to play.
Well, I'm saying it.
20, you know, 100%. Ben Sinnott is barely playing 5%.
No,
you know,
he's not.
They're not using them,
and that's
they're using, and they putting more loyalty with Zach Ertz and everybody else who's not even going to be here in 2 or 3 years. So you have to find a way to blend it. That's management. You got to find a way, especially this part of the season. Our season is over. If you can't find a way to bring these guys on the field at this point of the time so they can learn with Bobby, so they can learn with Zach Ertz, what are you doing?
But is that a Adam Peters problem? Or
is that a DQ? It's DQ problem.
Wait. Is that a DQ problem? Or is that a Cliff Kingsbury issue?
Is that a what?
I'm just saying. Or is it a Cliff Kingsbury issue and a Joe Witt issue? I'm saying
that is a DQ problem. Who runs the team?
DQ.
AP, DQ. Those guys are coordinators. They are assistants. Okay. What we say about the quarterback? When we win, he get all the praise. When we lose, he takes all the flack. It's the same thing when it comes down to your head coach. All I'm trying to say, they reflect him. So
I hear
he
you
has
on
to
that,
put those people in place.
But Cliff is making that decision.
I hear you on that, but I think one of the things.
Step in.
Yeah, and
that's all I'm saying.
He does. He does,
and I think everybody agrees with that, and I think
I agree with that.
But I also think that he probably looked at what was going on with some of these injuries, and maybe that's why this year in particular, I mean, maybe he didn't step in as much as he probably should have. Okay,
right? Agreed.
So I'm just saying though, I think one of the issues that I've had, and I take that back to the coordinator situation. Like for instance, in the Denver game, I'm sure you guys noticed Bill didn't touch the ball until the second quarter. Okay.
Right.
I get you might have different packages for Chris, Rodriguez, who's showing that he can play, of course.
Yeah.
And then of course Jeremy McNichol, who runs hard.
Yes.
We know that. But you can't get that kid involved early in the game somehow, some way. So those are the things that I'm saying. And I hear you, Gerard. You're saying, well, that's where Dan needs to step in and say to Cliff, run Bill. But I also think that when you do that, one thing that we know about this group in particular, and I tell you guys, I see it in the locker room every day. Right. That brotherhood is real. It's not cliche talk. It's really real here with the brotherhood. And I'm serious as far as the culture. They're not losing games because of lack of culture. Believe me on that. Trust me. They're losing that because of play calling and coaching. And getting guys prepared.
But if the brotherhood is real, like you saying, that's my point. We got brotherhood. We family. We in this thing together. We working together. So DQ should be able to have all the say-so or all the right to talk to Cliff or any type of way, and they should be able to talk back. You hear Cliff's and JD5 talk this way. He say, look, we converse. I try to do what's good for JD, and then JD5 still give his input, and he still try to do what Cliff got too. That's all I'm saying. We like what? We in December, I think. We're not in September. So in December.
Let me ask you guys this. So would you say if you're the head coach, okay, and I agree with you, because of the brotherhood, you should be able to talk freely and work together. But as a head coach, if there are like 5, 6, 7 plays in a game that you do not like, when you hear it being called by the coordinator, do you override your coordinator 5, 6, 7 times in that game?
I would. If I know it's going to be pure crap, heck yeah.
That's
better.
tough.
That's
That's what
better
kills
That's
the
tough.
that's
brotherhood,
I
though,
just
because now
said
you
I just
micromanaging.
said we in
No, no, no.
December.
I'm not saying you're saying that. I'm asking a
No,
question. Yeah.
but what I'm saying, we in December. We're not in September.
But
So in
even if it's
December,
December or
you should
January, even
be
if it's in the playoffs, would you,
you
if you
guys
make,
should be flowing. You guys should be you should
Yeah, but
know what your management is expecting from you
Yeah.
But
at this
DQ
point of the time.
is a
You
yeah,
should
defensive
know
head
that.
coach.
Huh?
what were
He's
you
not
saying, John?
offensive. He's a defensive head coach. Is that DQ? You know, why
Okay.
would he
Right.
override
He's the head
Kingsbury?
coach. He's the defensive side. You're correct. But that still doesn't mean he don't have input and gonna know what's going on with the offense.
All
So
right,
I
He
got a
knows
question.
some of it.
go ahead, Brad. Go ahead, Brad.
We going back to the Ben Sinnott. Is it possible that he's just not that good? I'm just
Of
throwing
course
that
it's
out there.
I think he's
possible. Of
not
course,
that
Is it
of
good.
so?
course,
I'm
of course it's
saying.
Did you
possible.
watch
So
Cliff
I
today?
go back to
It's
like
possible.
their. I go back to like
I
their
think y'all are
identity.
misreading what Ben Simmons
I
is. If
I
you
don't
look
know
I
at
go
because I ain't
back.
Ben
seen him
Simmons
out
with,
there.
But hold
I,
on, let Brad go ahead.
oh
Go
yeah,
ahead.
my bad. Go ahead, Jones. My
so
bad.
I go back to like their identity. I'll go to the home team where I live, Detroit. Back in 2023 draft, everybody was pissed when they took Jahmyr Gibbs, right?
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
But they
Mhm.
knew what they wanted. They had their hammer in Montgomery and they had their rocket in Gibbs because they had their identity of what they
Mm.
wanted to do already, right? Here, they hated that draft pick. He got the most touchdowns than Barry Sanders right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Under this
Yeah.
age, everybody loved him. He's probably the best back in the NFL right now. But
He is.
their GM looked like a genius because his map, he knew what he wanted with his head coach. So I'm just saying, maybe Senate just ain't that good. Maybe he just don't fit.
So I can answer that though, because if you go back to when they have the little behind the scenes videos and when they draft players, if you look at when AP made the phone call to draft Ben Sinnott, he said, "Hey, do you know a player named Jakuzic from San Francisco? We want to play you just like that." How many times does Jakuzic go out for passes versus how many times does he, excuse
Jakuzic would
me,
not fit in Cliff Kingsbury's
does he
offense.
yeah, he
Period.
doesn't, but that's what AP said when he drafted him. So I don't think they look at him as this super pass catching back that does what Zach Ertz
He
does.
No,
can
no, he's
Zach
an
though.
H.
Ertz,
He's
You
an
look at
H
his
Uh-huh.
back.
tape.
He
He
was
a
an H
blocker.
back at Kansas State. He was an H back. That's what
yeah. So
he
You
was. He
what
was
guys
a
Ben
Chris
watched
Simmons
Cliff
Cooley
does,
at Kansas State.
interview today. Did
what
y'all
Ben Simmons
did
does
any
is
of you guys
block.
see Cliff interview today? Did any of you guys see Cliff
Yeah,
interview today?
yeah.
Yes or
No.
no?
Yeah, I was
I
there.
did not.
Kind of.
Oh, you
Yeah.
was there,
Oh
right?
yeah. But
Cliff spoke on that. Cliff today said that Ben Sinnott is good to go. He's doing everything what we're looking for.
That's exactly
He
my
can
point.
catch. He can do this. We are very pleased with Ben Sinnott.
That's exactly my point.
So
So
my point
he's
is,
doing
I just want to
exactly
see
what they
that.
asking him to do. I
Yeah,
think fans are looking at him to do more than what the coaches are looking at him to do. So
I
I
think
think he's
everybody in
playing well
this board is looking for him to do more than what he's done, and
I just
that's
want to see
not
Yeah.
him
even,
play. I
and
because
want
he
to
that's
see
was
him
not
a
being
play.
second round
rude.
pick.
No,
So this is the problem. Their tight end room consists of a mauler of a blocker in John Bates, one of the
Yep.
best,
Mhm.
if
Yes.
not the best.
Yes.
A really good pass catching tight end in Zach Ertz over here, and they tried to
Mm-hmm.
fit Ben somewhere in the middle where he can block. And on occasion, I mean,
Catch
like
up.
really on a every blue moon type orange moon occasion, he'll go out for a pass. Okay.
Mhm.
If you go back and you look at the tape of what they're asking him to do, he's doing it. The
Yep.
problem is a second round pick should be doing a little bit more than that.
Yes.
And that's just being
Yeah.
fair,
yeah,
you
Yeah,
know.
Yeah.
That is
especially
being
at this
fair,
point
but
of the
at the end of the
season.
day, is that second round pick gonna get a second contract? If he gets a second contract, then to me it's like
I don't know if
to
he's
Well,
getting a
me,
second contract.
well,
That's the
I
truth.
that's
yeah,
why
That
he
means
still
he
got two
don't
more
play.
years. We don't know what he's gonna do
Well,
yet.
that's why I
this
was
I
is
know
worried about
last year he
trading
didn't
back.
play at all. This year he's getting way more playing time than he did last year, which means he is getting better. So we got to see what year 3 gonna look like and what year 4 gonna look
You
like.
you you,
we
you
can
know
see
what?
that
We
now.
missed you. We missed you, Brad, because Brad is forever the optimist, and that's a
Yeah.
good thing. I'm not knocking you. I'm serious.
This year
Yeah,
Like
is
it,
too.
to a fault. I can
I
be
don't
wrong. Like I was wrong about
like. Is there anything that you upset about from this year? Seriously,
no, what
anything?
I was wrong, I was
He
wrong
like
about
me.
the defense.
Yes, he
I was
is.
wrong about the defense. When I seen DQ start calling plays, I said, "Oh, I was wrong about how I felt about Wick. 'Cause I just thought it was injuries because we still got three. Because to me, the defense, we
You
don't have
gonna
no
bring
pass
up
rush. We
Wick.
got three defensive ends out. But with them three defensive ends and DQ calling plays, it looks totally different.
He was
You know,
bad last year.
you
He was
know,
bad
I was
last year
wrong.
It
I
too.
was
was
wrong
masked.
there.
It
I
was
was
number
wrong
five.
there.
Number five masked a lot of problems last year.
Yes,
It
he
Yeah.
really
and
did.
and
did.
and
It's
Lake,
all
that's
deep.
the exact
JD5.
issue right there is, and Brad Jones, you've alluded to it many times, maybe in a different verbiage. However, like I said, the rose-colored glasses from a Cinderella season
Mm.
mask so many things that we, needed to still address. And going back to names not spoken, where it was said that it would take about 5 years for the development of that team to really emerge. Well, we're only in year two, and one of those two, we had this Cinderella thing, which we never had under the other regime.
Right.
But now we had
Genes,
this magical,
plural.
Yeah.
so we still got a lot of grunt work, using our military. We still got boot camp level stuff to do before we're ready to hit that battlefield at a real level. Because my thing was about the consistency of what we do. And we have yet
Exactly.
to see any level of consistency, even this season here, where we're starting to look like we're coming back around, but after being decimated for 12 games, at this point, and
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
limping into, to wins. I would love to see for us to take a step back, take a breath, let those powers that be that we in Adam we trust, as we said, let him do what he need to do.
Yeah, because
Year
I
three is
also
it.
think that's a fair point. And I also
That's year three.
I keep saying this. They have to learn too. I mean, Adam's learning too. I mean,
So this
Yes.
takes me back to what I asked a long time ago. Are we patient
Are we
enough?
patient?
Are
I
we
am
patient
patient.
enough?
As long as I
Yes,
see progression,
but
I'm
I
patient.
sure am.
I'm patient,
I
but
think
you have
I
to
think
see
you guys
something.
in here are.
I
But
don't
I
think the
don't know. I
fans
don't
are.
know if everybody watching
No.
is
No, they're
patient.
not.
And
It's
They're not.
one
Hey,
thing.
Lake.
because the worst thing that could have happened
Last
would
year.
It's
happened
winning.
last
Yeah,
year.
Exactly.
It may and
Exactly.
and I'm not going. I didn't feel fooled because I predicted them to play the Ravens in the Super Bowl this year. I did. I
yes, you
still feel
did.
like had this team not had these
Been
injuries,
healthy.
Ravens and
they'd
Yeah,
be
and
they
AD.
the second
they'd be in
worst
the
thing that
playoff
could have happened to us
conversation right
happened.
now. Would they
So
not be?
Lake,
Yeah, yeah.
without the injuries,
Hmm.
you think that defense, because them corners can't cover me and Gerard. They just can't.
But see,
Right?
this is the
Preach.
thing.
The DNs is
If
strong.
Dedrick Wise didn't get hurt,
Yes.
But
if
but
Got
DJ's
edge.
why he ain't no pass rusher though.
But what
Oh,
he do was compress that pocket and
yeah,
hold that edge
Consistent.
and have
Dedrick
Right.
was a
guys
did you
open
bull.
not,
up with the
He's a
rush.
bull.
Brad?
He's a bull,
Consistent
literally.
edge.
Brad, did you not
Consistent
see
edge.
him when he played just in one game? The Giants scored 6 points. Did you
Okay,
not
I
just see
saw
him in
him
one
live.
game?
I saw that game live before he got hurt. How the Packers ran up the field on us. They
They
ran
wasn't
up
running that
before.
good on us. They was
They weren't
moving the
running that
ball, but it
good.
was through the air.
Why? That's
Yeah,
what I mean. I don't mean
It's a
running. I
tight
just
end,
mean
Brad. Come
moving
on
but
up
now,
the
be
but
field.
real,
again,
dude.
but
Tight
wait a
I
ends
minute.
mean,
won't doing
But
nothing.
wait again. I'm saying like when he got hurt, it disrupted some things. You know what I'm
I,
saying?
I
And
get
then and
that.
it's
I
not
get
just
that
one man,
injuries.
but then when you get Duran having to we all know this, and I say this all the time. Duran's a really good football player when he has help. Okay. But
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
some of these guys that were brought in, it was to help and do some things. Okay. Now I'll say this, since we're talking about the coaching, guys like Jordan McGee. This is basically Jordan's rookie year. And because he was hurt last year,
Right.
he came
Right.
back and he was just relegated to special teams. They were already on their run. So you couldn't put him in the lineup at any point. But now I think you can see each week Jordan's
He's
looking
moved.
better and better and better.
Mm-hmm.
It
But the
does.
flip side of that is that's what people want to see with Ben. That's what people want to see with
Yeah.
Johnny, especially.
Yes, that's the
Get
purpose.
better and better and better, and
Yes.
we're not seeing that. So it
Like, I
just
got a
goes back.
question.
Hold on. Okay, hold on
Sorry.
there. It just goes back to say sometimes you're not gonna get them all right. That's just the way
Right.
it goes. But
Right.
I will say those first round picks that Adam has taken have
Oh,
been
yeah.
home runs.
Home run.
So it's not like he doesn't know how to evaluate talent. Maybe I mean we do need to up those second rounders. You got to get that. But
Mikey was a
last
second
time
round.
I'll give him 4.
yeah, but you know what? Even with Mikey, I'm gonna flat out say it. I don't see Mikey going like this. I see Mikey just like this right now.
Plateauing. Yeah.
He's plateauing, and I need
Yep.
to see the steps to go up because I know he's a good young player. It's
Mhm.
there. I
Yeah.
will say this: Mikey looked much more comfortable last week
On the
against
outside.
Denver on the outside.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's called coaching.
Mhm.
Yes.
So
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
So,
yes.
so again, you're trying to fit something where it doesn't need to be. When you told us first day I ever met you, you said I'm not going to make guys play things that they're incapable of doing. We won't do that here so that they can play fast, free, and physical. Y'all remember that? Okay.
Yep.
But this year is one of them years where I just can't get a full assessment and say the coaching's terrible. They're not doing this. Well, I could say that for that defensive coordinator. It was bad. It was bad.
Very bad.
But
Like, on the
Yeah.
offensive side, we're actually it's believe it or not, we're in the top 10 in a lot of stats. We're actually second in red zone scoring percentage. We just got a problem getting there. Second in the whole league. Second
well,
in the whole league.
I'd like to see what is the number that allows you to be ranked, so to speak. Like, is it
Right.
20 red zone appearances or is it 3? I mean, like, yeah, because if you 3 for 3, you're gonna be 100%. But is it how many numbers within the red zone qualifies you to be,
Number
in
2.
there? Yeah, to be number 2. I don't know if it's a lot. I really don't. I've seen them move the ball a lot over, in between the 20s. Yes.
Yeah.
Once they get in the red zone, it's a lot to be desired. But guess what? We saw last week they got in that red zone and they put that ball in the end zone because you had your threat out on the outside. And if there's anybody out there that thinks that we were all here bashing Terry, totally mistaken. What we've said was, and I've said this from day one, just talked to Terry yesterday. That's my guy, man. We good. The point is, though, is that I wanted to see him 2 years ago elevate to be a number one, a true number one, not a number one in Washington. And I think fans misunderstood when I was saying that. Yes, he's been a number one here for 6-7 years, but I meant a number one that you see around the league and that's a number one right there. Well, I think last year he proved that he's capable of that for sure, being an elite receiver. And then you saw that this year when he's played. You see what he does on the field. You see his impact.
Yep.
But again, I'm going to go back and say it again. There is no way under God's green earth that people can get on Adam for going out and getting Debo to pair with this guy. That was so that Terry would not have to be Superman every game.
And you know what? Also, too, like not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but we've been, a lot of people have been down on Cliff, but you got to give it to him. He switched his game plan up last week against that pass rush. That ball was coming out quick.
And Denver's defense didn't look that good to me.
They did not. They did not.
Why don't we do that more? Why don't we do that more then?
You couldn't do that if you didn't have 17 and 5 and all these guys on the field. You can't.
No, I'm saying from here on forward, like if that worked like that last week, let's keep it going.
But then it's all game planning too, though, right? You playing different defenses. It's all
well. That's the thing. You playing good defenses here on out. So I mean, even Dallas's defense can be opportunistic at times. But the point is, we'll know if last week was a mirage, or we'll know if it was real, because Minnesota is a good defense. Okay, and it's on the road. So that's why I said I'm really looking forward to this game Sunday, because I truly believe you got everybody back. I mean, this offense now is at 95% of what the starting lineup would have been. The other 5% off is because Austin's out. Okay. So now let me see how this offensive line fares. Let me see how the receivers fare. Let me see how Jayden holds up, because if anything, Brian Flores is going to blitz probably 10 people from the front row. They're going to be coming at Jayden too. So now I want to see what exactly is this thing. And again, I might even go out and say this, and some of y'all might call me crazy. Well, I've heard it here all the time. If they go out and look good for the next 2 games or whatever, I might pull a Gerard and say, you know what? I don't need to see anymore. I don't need to see anymore, because I know what we got, what we're going to be next year. I may consider that.
As long as they're not calling any Wildcat plays like the 2 they did on Sunday.
What was that?
Yes,
the bubble screens gotta go, man.
Yeah,
I'm so tired of seeing that stuff.
And the design,
it's a waste of a down. It never produces a yard. If anything, they lose a yard or 2. It's a waste of a down. So give me another play. I know you're trying to set up the next play, but just give me something else as opposed to that bubble screen. A couple of them almost been picked off too.
Hey, Lake, I'm real happy with Cliff. It's only one thing I need Cliff to do, especially with his weapons going forward to next year and everything.
Run the ball more.
No, that's not even it. In my opinion, we need to have a little bit more motion between the wide receivers. The only person he really put in motion is Debo for the most part.
A little circle crap every time.
I just need some other people so we can see how the defense lining up. If he can do that more consistently, I think Cliff would be
spread
fine.
it out some. Because
spread it out
I hate the tight formations too, by the way. Because
And
the tight
AP
formations just allow a defense to just sit right there on top of you. Yeah.
And AP to me has had done 5 great draft picks. 5 in the 2 years. I'm gonna say 5 of them are book it. They're good, and that's Jayden, Josh, McGee, Tramus, and Mikey. Those 5 I have no issues with. 1 year or 2 year. Free agents, Ken Law, good with it. I do kind of feel Ken Law might have stopped the number 2 pick. What's his name again? Growth.
Oh, Johnny Newton.
Yeah.
Well, what happened was, I can tell you this. I think Dedrick Wise getting hurt forced them to shuffle the line around in a way that they weren't expecting.
Right.
Because I think the plan all along was, and remember we talked about this in the summer, the plan was for Kinlaw to be on one of the edges and for Dedrick to be on the other side, and then to have the big boys in the middle. And when the injuries happen, you're shuffling guys around.
You say
I seen Kinlaw. I hope that's
Kinlaw ain't no big boy.
The deal. Kinlaw too big for that.
No.
He's in a good spot.
But he's so athletic, though, man.
Yes, he
so
is.
athletic. Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Man, come on, Brad. You know what I mean, man.
We need to. But I hope they bring Wise back.
I saw you interviewing
I'm happy
him.
with Wise,
bro,
and I'm happy with D.A. Armstrong. They're good, but I need a new starter to go along with one of them, and they can be filtered in. I'm cool with both of them, but I need somebody that's dominant.
Who's doing the coaching?
Dominant to me.
Yeah, we need.
Who's doing the coaching?
We're very we need
Dan Quinn.
No, next year. Who's doing the coaching next year? Defense
on defense?
It's going to be Dan Quinn. It's going to be Dan Quinn.
Unless there's one guy out there. There's one guy to be had. No, heck no. No, I'm sorry. There's one guy to be had. Al Harris. You get Al Harris from Chicago to be your D coordinator. I think everybody be good.
Can I ask a question to everybody real quick?
Yeah.
With everybody, could you see a scenario, this for everybody, like you too, could you see a scenario going into next year or this summer where DQ gives duties back to Joe Witt, so he's still
No.
I can see him staying, but if he stay, DQ still gonna call the play.
But Gerard would be happy with this because
you see that?
you talking about people stepping in.
Joe better stay
the man
quiet
all the way
and just keep
upstairs
his
would
job.
step in. Yeah, the
He
man
was
all the way upstairs.
Josh would step in. I know.
Nobody sees that but me. I'm the only one that sees that.
No,
I don't know why you see that. Oh my goodness!
I love you like a little brother, but you the only one seeing that.
Bro, that ain't happening.
Yeah.
I see him.
I actually feel
Witt
I actually
staying
feel Witt
in DQ
would not
He
be
should
here
have
this
got rid
year.
of him last year.
That's what I
Okay.
see.
Yeah, I think Witt gonna leave on his own conscience.
He
So
could
even
do that,
I
but
think
I
he's
can I
Oh
can
no, I
see
think
I
he,
think
I
he's
think
gonna
he's
leave.
still gonna be. I think he's still gonna be on the staff, but it's just
So minor.
he'll just have a defensive
role.
assistant
He just
defensive
work him out.
coordinator.
That's how
Yeah.
I was going
So
to
even-
Assistant
gonna see him.
defensive coordinator. Yeah.
with
Because
Yeah, we're not
DQ
even gonna
keeps
see
saying
him.
that's his right hand. So it's like I'm sure DQ don't want him to go nowhere. He keep calling him his right hand.
I
I
mean,
know.
well,
You're
no,
right.
and he means that. Like that's
Yeah,
that
right.
loyalty aspect. But
But
he also
Yes.
knows too that
He can't call him play.
loyalty will get you to lose your job.
But
Yeah.
you know what?
Yeah.
You know, this thing has repeated itself twice because, that last regime, when they came from under a particular coach, that that dirty laundry got aired out just because you were under the tutelage
yeah,
of somebody
It's
did
true.
not mean that you possessed the skill
Yeah.
or the
Yeah.
mindset to
Exactly.
be able to do what they did. And that's
He
been twice.
defensive coordinator. They
Back
had to get
to
Just
back,
because your
it's gonna
parents smart
happen to
don't mean
us.
you gonna be smart. I'm just saying,
I'm
man.
just saying. How does this happen back to back?
Exactly. Hey, Mike B.
Yes,
We
sir.
might got a shot to beat them Cowboys.
See,
I'm talking about.
that's
How
my
about them
dog.
That's my Christmas
Cowboys
That's
and
my
wish.
dog. That's all.
Jared Jones?
That's all I
Jared
want for
Jones.
Christmas.
I'm so
I just
glad
want
that
be
they got beat last
well,
night.
before it was I just want Ellison said I just want Philly. Brad said he just want Dallas. Y'all trying to stack wins quietly. That's
You
what
know
that
what?
Oh
is.
no, I'm not quiet
If you
about
want
it.
to play
I
them,
definitely want to stack wins.
I
Wrong,
you want
Brad.
to play them.
There's
don't
a
always
whole
pick my ones. I don't want to go to the Super Bowl.
there's a whole
I got
lot
my
of
list.
now. Don't be surprised now just because of who we are that we don't run the table on this. Do
Thank
not
you.
be
Thank
not
you.
be surprised.
Thank
God,
you.
don't do that.
That'd be the most Washington
Let's
thing
talk.
ever.
Brad,
Let's talk.
Brad, that would be the
Pick
most
15,
Washington
baby.
thing
We get pick 15.
for us to sit up here and run the table with everybody coming back. You just
Look.
said it, Lake.
Games.
With
I know that
everybody
train of
coming
thought is
back.
crazy though. I know
Hey
I'm
Rev,
crazy.
hey
with it.
Rev,
Hey.
Rev is a man of God, man of faith, and we
I'm
missed
with
him
you,
on here.
Rev. I'm with you.
And I gotta tell you, when you say things, they normally come true.
That's right.
Hey,
But the problem with this one would be they run the table, still not make the playoffs, and be picking 29th
Well,
or
Have
22nd
we
or
not,
something.
have we not done this? Middle of the
Hey,
pack.
Lake.
happen.
Middle of the pack.
That's
They
not
think
gonna
it
happen.
I'm with Brad Jones on that. The chances of
That
them
ain't-
winning their final 5 games to
That's
me
not happening. No.
is
I hope they sweep
49%.
Eagles. I hope they
Okay,
can sweep the
Rev,
Eagles.
me and you gonna be
49%.
together on
It's
this.
not 50 for sure.
Hey, Lake, if we I got one for you in the group right here, real quick. Just thinking about next year. If we were to trade 2 people to make
He's
room
still on the
for
draft
better
picks.
draft picks, that's where I'm at. If you're, because I've heard a lot of talk this and that, but 2 people to get us some extra picks next year. I'm talking about rounds, say 2 through 5. Who you
I already
trading?
know where he
He's
going.
only one player that really can do that if you trade him.
It's only one. It's Duran. That's
Duran.
And to answer your question, yes, I would do it.
If it's the right price, yeah. As much as I love my players, yeah.
I said this before, and most of y'all were
good.
saying this too. Maybe a little premature because we all said it. Everybody is expendable except number 5.
I never said 17 was expendable.
Well, no, you weren't on here. So
okay.
All right. And but I'm going to say this too: 5 and 17 aren't expendable. They're not. And because I've said this before, whatever you might think, I think of Terry from a player standpoint. Because I said this, and I'll say it again: there's only 2 receivers that are worth whatever they ask for. That's it. One's in Minnesota, one's in Cincinnati. Okay. Yeah. Terry's right in that next group, though. Okay. But what Terry is in value to this team is more so than what he does on the field.
Which is why we need another wide receiver.
And that okay. That's
Yeah, which is why we need the wonder wide receiver. Because our offense was too codependent on one wide receiver.
Yeah.
He's our Draymond Green.
If we had another one, and then how much deadlier that offense would be. When Terry went down, we puttered like a car with a bad muffler, right? We did.
So basically, you saying Jayden and Terry are Steph and Clay when they were with Golden State, and they need a Draymond.
No,
they need another person. They do. They need another dog. They do. They absolutely do. But see, I think that dog should be a tight end. That's just me.
I'm with you, like
if he's a great pass catcher, that we need a pass catcher, like somebody that can run
tight end with size,
pass catching tight end.
So
I'm
if
telling you,
with size and speed.
We need
a McBride type of player or
we need a
type of player. I'm cool with that.
We need we need a AJ Brown type of receiver. That's what we need.
A big
we need
that burner.
No, I'm just saying
that burner.
I'm not saying that they're out there. I'm just saying that's the type of receiver that we need for this core.
I think we need that burner who's gonna make that cornerback back up because Terry can work underneath and deep. We need that burner.
Let's be real. We need the posse. We need the posse back. We need our form of the posse.
I want Megatron 2.0.
I don't know where he at.
We gonna have to lose every game.
That's what I'm looking for. Give me Megatron 2.0.
The kid Nick Harbor from South Carolina would look real good in this uniform, and you could get him. I don't even know.
He's not a first round pick.
I was gonna say I don't even know if he's a first rounder. So you could get him.
Good then. It's better
with
if he's
that
not a
pick
first rounder.
that you trade to get a second round pick.
Correct.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. Yes, sir.
Chime in. I've been a little quiet here. So, first off, I'm hearing what we need, but that's
can't hear you.
What I'm hearing wish list, and what we need is some more corners. What we need is a middle linebacker who's going to take over.
Okay.
Bobby's
Arvell Reese,
and also always O-line. You can never have enough O-line.
I was good with O-line.
And
O-line looks solid.
You're doing the two things on edge. I completely feel you because Atlanta picked
up
that one.
And they
look pretty good at times. So I can see that. But receiver, we don't need it. If we get an offensive line that gives Jayden some time to throw, the receivers we have are going to be better. They're going to have more time. They know where they're going.
I'm comfortable with the offensive line, to be honest with you.
Oh, the offensive line
never
is
have too
straight.
many offensive linemen. Never.
Yeah, and you still got Brandon Coleman. You still got Brandon Coleman as a backup.
Coleman. Yeah. I think Brady's gonna be back. I think Wiley might be the one that's out next year.
Yeah, Wiley probably would be gone next year.
I think
Allegretti be gone too. Just
if we re-sign Chris Paul, Coleman can be our swing tackle, but he also could play guard, challenge for guard too. I don't know what they're gonna do there.
Well, I think they're gonna find a way to get Brandon back in that lineup next year.
I think Coleman can play everything but center.
They gonna re-sign Chris Paul then for another year, like a 1 year deal or something like that.
Yeah, they will. But if Chris Paul gets a big offer, you just have to move Brandon in there. You just have to. That's the finance side of it. But man, I just when you guys talk about like glaring holes, a glaring hole. Like somebody just said, you got to get a middle linebacker to replace Bobby. Good luck in finding one. I'm just saying. Good luck in finding one.
What happens?
Rod, don't hate me, but I hope Bobby come back next year.
No, I think Bobby should come back.
I'm cool with Bobby coming back.
Yeah.
I see you guys got me wrong. I just don't want him to play 100 or 90%.
But y'all do know that. But you know against Denver, they were subbing. You saw they were subbing him out.
Yeah, you have to build for the future. What's the point of having Bobby and Zach Ertz there if we're not playing these guys so they can learn and build for the future? That's all I'm saying.
But that's the same assessment. But hold on, that's the same assessment of saying in Pittsburgh, why are you not giving your backup quarterback Mason Rudolph or whatever or whoever? Why are you not playing them?
Will Howard. You mean Rudolph?
Will Howard. Will Howard.
But look at this. You remember that play last week where when Bobby dropped, I believe Bobby dropped back in the coverage because he didn't, and he got that interception.
Right.
Bobby shouldn't be there. He was there and he got the interception, but Bobby shouldn't have been there because most of the time what happens on that, Bobby gets beat.
For what?
On that same exact type play.
Well,
Now,
Ingram got him later with it.
now, if we go with, say, like you said, with a package and put young McGee out there, if you want to drop that backer in the coverage, okay, fine. That's what I'm sort of hearing
For me.
Gerard
That's all I'm
saying.
saying.
Yeah.
Is
You gotta blend it.
We're in agreement in the
You
fact
gotta
that
blend it.
you got to work Jordan. They're doing that. Jordan's getting a
Right.
lot more burn and getting a lot more comfortable. But
Mhm.
in fairness to everyone that's like, that should have been happening all along, it couldn't happen because Jordan wasn't ready for it.
Right.
He just wasn't ready. He wasn't. He'll
Yeah.
be the first person to tell you he couldn't retain a lot of the playbook. So, and you
So
guys
you mean
know
he
this.
wasn't ready 4 weeks ago? You saying?
What I'm saying is that Jordan, the capacity of what he's
Right.
doing now,
That's
he's
your
more.
green.
It's more comfortable, and it's called confidence. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You
You
can't.
know what I
Because
call
who
it?
else do you have to wear that green dot, Gerard? Because
But
right now,
but
Bobby
hold up.
wears the green dot.
Right. But you want to know what I call it?
Mm-hmm.
I call it getting some playing time. You got to play the game to get a good feel
I
in
See,
totally.
Atlanta.
I'm not
You gotta
knocking
play.
Bobby, man. We understand he older, but Bobby is the fifth
Bobby is
leading
still.
passer in the NFL.
He's still
Oh, that's
playing at
great.
a high
Yeah,
level.
he is,
And
and we can't
Literally
take
got to
away
pull
from
his
the
weight.
and
shoulders
if you
up, man.
let
If
me tell y'all this.
He get mad off
Uh-huh.
a free play.
Let me tell y'all this, and we got about 5 minutes because we almost at 7. So
Okay.
but if Bobby, these past couple days of him not practicing, oh, believe me, I saw it. I saw people like, this might be Jordan's opportunity. This might be Jordan's chance to call the plays.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell y'all this verbatim. Jordan would not have called one play if Bobby didn't play. Will Harris would have called the
They called
plays.
it, yeah.
Okay.
And nothing's wrong with that.
But that's the problem, though. In this setup, your middle linebacker is supposed to call your play.
Right. Exactly.
So it's
But that
not just
still
the
goes to
physical
coaching.
tools. Yeah, I get it, but it's
I
not.
mean, you said
it's not just the physical tools, Gerard. It's
it's the
the
mental.
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 And he
I've seen how
wasn't
many
ready.
times.
He just
How
wasn't
many
ready.
times have we seen pre-snap Bobby getting guys in a right position?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jack
All
up,
the
D
Mark,
time.
tackles
drop
and
But
moving
back.
you're
them
missing my
around.
point. I'm not
Mhm,
just talking about Jordan McGee.
mhm,
We have a whole new offseason coming up. When I talked about Bobby, I talked
mhm,
about next year, and I
mhm.
talked about going forward. So in my mind, AP DQ needs to bring somebody in, whether it's a draft pick or a younger veteran in free agency who can work with Bobby, learn a little bit from Bobby, and be ready to take over the reins.
That they
Bobby's not
have
going to
that,
be here.
but
Who is
that's
it?
Jordan. That's Jordan, but it's just not
No,
yet.
hold up.
Mhm,
Last show, Lake,
mhm.
you guys said it. You said they were
I don't
hoping
know
it
if
could
he's
be
a middle
Jordan.
linebacker. I don't know if he's a middle linebacker.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm talking about the middle linebacker, the person who's going to be able to do what he needs to do. Because
yeah.
we
They don't
saying
have that on
Jordan
the
might be
roster
better
right
for the
now.
Yeah, but you
outside.
make it
Yeah,
like
they
they
don't.
grow on trees, Gerard. Them middle linebackers that's the captain of your defense. That's your steering wheel. You make
But
it like you can just go
but
grab
he's
them
saying,
anywhere.
and that.
Oh, he left.
Oh,
Man,
he'll
he
come.
dropped the mic. I'm
He'll
out.
come back
Damn,
up.
Brett.
He'll come back up.
Brad, why you do that, man?
Yeah,
I know, my bad.
That ain't even right.
Like
He'll,
that's what I was trying to allude to. Like, would you
here.
trade?
I mean, hold on for a second. I have music playing. Do you guys hear that?
That's them
No.
power glasses you got on, brother.
He done picked up something out in
Yeah.
Seattle.
We're gonna
They in
ban
your
him from
ear.
wearing those next week, man. You can't wear those.
Yeah, man.
That's the
Yeah.
that's the
Look,
glasses
y'all
you
gonna
got
ban
on,
them
bro.
too? Y'all gonna ban them
Yeah,
too?
you're gonna get an email tomorrow, like.
Y'all got the email from y'all tomorrow. You can't wear them on the show,
Hey,
We
what
man.
don't
you
know
hear,
who we
man?
got listening to us
What you
now.
listening to?
I
What you
got
hear?
two quick things to say, and then I'm gonna be quiet for the rest of the show because I know we're running short on time. First one, epic fail if we're trying to train for that ESPN situation because we on 2 hours already. And then the other thing is, it's funny how Leg came on the show with a bunch of rich people problems.
What you mean, man? What you
My
talking
glasses
about?
don't do that.
I got cut off, fellas. I'm sorry. I got
No, you
in
good.
shield.
You
I
good.
got cut off. But yeah, I like Bobby. I'm not against him. I'm just saying we still got to prepare for the future. That's the only thing what I'm saying. I don't want to go into next year where Bobby got to play 100% of the snaps.
And then
80%, he
right.
got to be on the field 24/7. That's all I'm saying. If that's the case, we are not building a team for his replacement. So, in my opinion, if you're going to bring people like Bobby, Zach Ertz, and that's going to be 3 years we had them, they're not. We need them to prepare somebody for their replacement. JD5 is not for. He's not 35. He's
Let's swap out
25,
Louisville.
24.
This is the only issue I have with that. And I hear what you're saying, Gerard. I really do. I really do. And yes, they do need to start having a plan in place.
That's all I'm saying.
But they have far more other areas of concern before that middle linebacker spot. So hold on, hear me out. You guys were talking to me about basketball earlier and covering and all that. So in Golden State, are they talking about who's going to be replacing Steph ultimately? Do they even talk about that in LA with LeBron? I mean, they don't. It's other areas. Bobby Wagner he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, and he's still playing. He's going to be a Pro Bowler this year again. It's not middle linebacker that they need to start worrying about and building for and fixing over here. It's a lot of other areas.
Two edge.
Yeah,
I've been doing this the whole time.
Bobby with an edge.
I didn't say he was number one.
No. But I'm just saying he's not even top 5 to me as far as issues I'm worried about. If Bobby had those 2 edge rushers that you want, Gerard, you might want him to play for another 2-3 more years.
But do you see him doing that? That's my question.
If he had some dogs in front of him, I absolutely could see him playing for 2 more years. If he had dogs in front of him, for sure. Because he's still playing at an extremely high level. This isn't smoke and mirrors. This is the truth. Like
London Fletcher. He are London Fletcher.
I was just thinking that.
He's so valuable to showing guys how to do it. And I'm going to say it. The times he's been beat on the field, some of the players that beat him beating everybody. I don't care who you are on defense. The other part of it is some of those times he's getting beat, he probably shouldn't be in those positions. Okay.
That's what I was going to say next.
Right. So, but if you look at what he does, if he's not on the field, oh my God, this defense would be in utter shambles because they would not know where they're supposed to be. He's the coach on the field, and it's invaluable. So to me, I always say we talk about on this show, especially all the areas of concern that they do have some. Yes, we know that middle linebacker is not one of them. Under no circumstances do I worry about Bobby Wagner at all.
Like where you put tight end, because I don't think
that's a high concern for me.
Is a replacement for
that's one of my problematic areas, and it's not because of Zach. Zach is balling, but let's be honest. Zach should be a number 2 tight end at this point.
Okay, that was my question.
You get yourself a stud tight end, and you also have Zach that can go out there with that person. This offense opens up, and you probably don't have to worry about the receiver spot because you have another person eating in the middle of the field. Just all you got to do is look at the teams that we play. Look at their tight ends and what they do.
Right.
I mean,
so is it just that there's not any because we've missed? Who was the blonde-haired kid? Looked like Baby Thor. What was his name? You guys that
was here?
Yeah. They came in.
Reyes. Samus Reyes.
No, it was the same time. There was Reyes, and then there was that other kid that came out with the
curly hair.
Looked like the blonde Thor or Golden Rich.
I know who you're talking about.
But I'm just saying.
But Reyes was a guy that last year at the Combine in Indy, I literally said, I mean, he was in Miami, and I literally said, not Sammy Reyes. I'm talking about Arroyo. He's in Seattle now. And I literally said this guy would be perfect for Jayden, and he would be perfect because he's big, he can run, he can catch, and that's what this offense has lacked. I think Cliff in general hasn't had that tight end play before. So if you can get this guy a tight end, it would open up everything. It
Oh
really
yeah.
would. And I mean a tight end, and I'm not saying that they don't have one because Zach's good, but Zach isn't a yak guy. He's catching the
Right.
ball and he's going
Right.
down
Yeah.
instantly.
Right.
That's just what he is. But if you can pair Zach with a real pass catching tight end that can move, it might prolong him for another year or two. It's just these guys. I think the issue is, guys, is that we're asking some of the older guys to be superstars.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. That's the problem. We don't need them. You don't want them to have to be superstars because you want to see, like Gerard has even said, some of the younger guys rise up to the occasion. But some of them younger guys just weren't capable of meeting Bobby up here or meeting Zach up here, like Ben Sinnott. There's a reason why he's not playing in the role that they had envisioned him in. It's not to say he's a bad football player, but he's just not ready yet. And I know as a former player, I would say, did my coach not put me in the best positions? But then sometimes you got to look at yourself too and ask, are you doing everything possible? I do know the study habits of some of the guys in the locker room, and I do know the study habits of some of the guys in the locker room that kept them from being on the field. I didn't say Jordan. I'm just saying I do know some of the guys that will be the first person to tell you themselves. I don't really know the playbook yet. I'm getting more comfortable with it. I can say it. Tyler Owens is a guy that, prime example, has a lot of talent, but if you don't know where you're supposed to be on the field, you're not going. You know how coaches are. They don't trust you. They're not going to play you. That's just the bottom line, because one person off in a setup disrupts 10 other guys, right?
And you get hurt too.
Yeah.
One quick question, Lake.
Yeah.
God forbid this.
Mm-hmm.
If Bobby was to have to miss 1 or 2 games for whatever reason, who's playing that position on our team?
Right now would be Jordan.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Right now would be Jordan.
Right, but you pretty much feel he should be on the outside, right, long term. Or he's just not ready for the middle yet.
I just don't think he's ready to be an every down player in the middle of the field yet. And I just don't think. I think he's capable of being that one day. But the question that I have is, he's so fast and so athletic. He's one of them guys that I don't want to have out there thinking, because that middle linebacker it's a cerebral, position where Bobby Wagner's one of the smartest guys in the league, not just on the Commanders. He knows everything the offense is trying to do against him.
Exactly. He's been in the league for so long. So
but he's also a guy that not just the experience. Yeah, his IQ is so high.
Right.
It
he
really
knows
is.
Football.
Yeah.
But that comes with a whole lot of years of experience, different coordinators, and just being a student of the game.
That's it. Student of the game. Yep.
So my question for you is, are you all trying to tell me next year the organization should not try to at least bring somebody in that could play it don't got to be a rookie. Somebody who can prolong Bobby's career where he don't got to play every snap almost.
Well, see, that's the problem. If you found somebody, Gerard, that is really forcing Bobby to not be on the field at times,
he got to be better.
That Sheila hit it
I have
right
no
on the
issue
head.
with that either.
Yeah, and I don't think you're gonna find that. You're not finding anybody better.
But I'm talking about it's hard to find somebody better, but you gotta it's somebody out there who could play the game.
So how about this though? How about if they got 2 guys on the outside of Bobby at linebacker,
and one of them
now,
can do it,
and then you also got 2 monster edge rushers now. Don't you think Bobby's game would even shine even more, ironically, even at his age?
But you're missing my point. What I'm saying is, if we was to lose Bobby for a game or 2, just like how we lost JD5, we all know JD5 is great. How many games JD5 played this year? Because we lost
you know
him.
what? You feel more comfortable with who's behind JD5 and Marcus because he has that experience. So if you go out and get do they need to go out maybe draft or free agent wise get a backup middle linebacker? Of course, I have no problem with that.
That's all I'm
Rod, you got a
asking.
Bobby issue.
Yeah. No. I understand where he's going. I don't have a
That's the
problem with
way.
that. Yeah,
That's all I'm asking.
but I truly do believe you get your trenches in front of Bobby and in front of Mikey and in front of Will Harris and whoever's behind those four. If you get those four up front to just be absolute monsters, like nobody talks about like the Super Bowl winning teams, how, no offense to like Mark Murphy, but Mark Murphy was your free safety. Mark Murphy was probably the slowest guy in the league. But guess what? You look up, Mark Murphy had a hat on somebody when the ball came around. And the reason for that was because they were getting a pass rush on people. It's amazing how when you get a pass rush on people, your corners don't have to cover guys for 5 seconds. They can
Right.
break on a football and try to make a play because now they can see what's happening. But when you don't get a pass rush, you sitting ducks everywhere in the middle of the field on the back end. There's nothing you can do. And
Right.
that's why I'm saying I'm using Mike B's words now. It would be malpractice if they do not attack the edges this year with pass rushers.
Badly.
Badly. And here's
Badly.
my final.
Willis,
here's
what you
my
got?
final word on. Yeah, my final word on it is that. I mean, Gerard, your point's not lost. I mean, we definitely need backup for Bobby, but I think I have to go back to what Lake was saying probably 10 minutes or so ago. Is like that is probably priority number 5 or 6. If we can do it at priority number 5 and 6, so we can get a backup, great. But I think our we need to be. I mean, we got to do the 2. We need a receiver. We need like some other things too. I mean, your point's not lost. We need everything. But we got to look at priorities.
Yeah, I would say if you ask me like to rank my top 5 commanders this year as far as play on the field, you'd be hard pressed for me to drop Bobby below 3. I mean, so to me, I'm not worried about Bobby. It to me, it would be in no particular.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Yeah.
Was anybody worried about Terry McLaurin last year?
No.
We all became worried this year. The team was totally different this year because Terry somehow got hurt. Terry normally don't get hurt.
Yeah,
he played in
the issue.
Yeah, but I don't. My issue was the holdout. It wasn't him getting hurt. That's football.
It was the holdout.
It was the holdout.
No,
he got
you missing
hurt.
my point. That's not what I'm talking. No, you're missing my point.
What
I'm saying to you is, my point is, I'm not worried about Bobby either. You guys missing. I'm just saying you got to have somebody else. Our team, our offense sucked once Terry got hurt. Injuries is part of the game. It can happen at any given time. So if we going into Bobby is the man, Terry is the man, something happened to them, God forbidden.
Well, it sounds like you're saying that they need to develop depth, and I think we all agree with that.
That's all I'm talking. That's what I've been saying.
Yeah, but Gerard, my friend,
that?
but Gerard, you my brother, but you've been using Bobby as the
I said he's
blueprint
older.
for the depth. You know what I mean?
No, Bobby is older.
Bobby.
So you have to build a team while you still got Bobby there.
But
so
who
you
is
can
that,
train
though?
the next person.
But
What's the
who
purpose
is that?
in using Bobby 100%, and then he get hurt, or now he got to go, or we got to bring somebody else in?
Well, you can do that with anybody.
I would feel better if you said that about Zach before Bob.
I did say that about Zach.
Yeah,
I'm saying it about all of them. About Zach too.
But who is that though? That's going back to your general manager and develop.
Ellison still pulling them knives out the
I'm
GM.
You.
You know what I mean?
Why you hating, Ellison?
It's a 53-man roster.
Thank you.
53-man roster.
Right, and your top players from your 53-man roster happens to have a middle linebacker at 35 that's still one of your best players.
For sure, absolutely. I agree.
He should start. That's great.
So
he should start.
I don't have an issue with that. Well, look, folks. It's 7:15. We've been 2 hours here. 2 hours. 2 hours.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep y'all. I that's why I don't want to get in trouble because somebody like you gonna be leaving late. So so listen, this was good, man. This is what we do. We come in, we talk, we have therapy. Hopefully, as we always say, when we leave the show, we feel like least some answers were, some questions were
Yes,
answered, and
yes,
we got some
yes.
I don't
feedback
know.
there.
I'm
And,
cool
and
with
then one
Bobby,
thing I
y'all.
will
I'm
say
not
about
against
all of y'all,
Bobby. Y'all
Gerard's
just
still
taking me
beating that
wrong.
drum, man.
but
Gerard's
but
still
I'm
beating
not
that same
against
drum from
DQ.
10 weeks
I
I'm
was
not
ago.
just
against AP.
I was just about to say the one thing I will say about all of you guys, when we get off here, y'all get off and still say to yourself, I'm sure I know what I think. I'm not changing anything.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
keeping it
funny.
real because we talk in the chat all the time too.
Of
Yeah,
course,
I
of
would
Oh
say
yeah.
course.
Hey,
I went
Rev.
I went
Good
too
to
hard
see you,
about
Rev.
Senate. I fall back on Senate.
Can
Bless you
Rev
all.
can
Yeah.
Rev close us out late? Can Rev? I
Yeah,
ain't seen
yeah,
him in a
yeah, yeah.
while.
Oh
Rev,
yeah.
take us out, man. Take us out. Take us out.
You know what? Father God, we're a fun-loving
All
team.
right, go ahead.
We're a strong family.
Yes, Lord.
I just ask, dear Lord, that you touch each and every household within the sound of my voice, dear God.
Yes, Lord.
Dear
Mhm.
Lord, let us continue to see it and keep it in fun.
Amen.
We just ask for a special blessing and traveling grace and mercy over our leader, Lake Lewis, Father, by
Yes.
name,
Yes,
that
yes.
as he
Amen.
travels, that you take him and bring him back safely, and that things be found decent and
Amen.
in
Lord.
order as he left it, dear God. Again,
Yes,
I
Lord.
just thank you for each and every member of this family here that has touched my life in a very special way, to
Yes.
where that they are missed, Heavenly Father, when we're not in contact. But we
Thank you.
know that absent from the
From the
physical
bottom.
is not from the
Mhm.
heart, Heavenly Father. Thank you, sisters here. And I just ask these things, that you just find favor in each and every one of these people, Jesus. We lift your name up on high, giving you all the praise, all the honor, and all the glory. And the family said,
Amen.
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 There we
Amen.
go. Good stuff.
Amen.
Amen.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you. You
Beautiful,
guys
Rev.
have a great weekend, and
God
hopefully we're
bless y'all.
talking about a
All right.
win next week. All right.
We
Yes,
will. Let's
sir.
go.
Exactly.
All
We
right. Take
will.
care now. All
All
right.
right.
Five wins.
Prayed up.
5 wins.